Oh, I did. Okay. Take a moment to lie back and start with a full body stretch through your fingers and through your toes. Reach through your arms, reach through your legs. Now, when you do this, you can shift one hip past the other and then one hand past the other. Roll your finger, roll your ankles, stretch your fingers and toes. Really good. Let your feet come back to the floor and take your hands beside your hips and curl the spine up and curl the spine down. Curl the spine up and curl the spine down. Bridging, and see if you can feel all four corners of your feet on the floor. And see if you can feel that your neck has a little space underneath it so it's not tight. See if this feels like you're warming up your low back and it articulates even better. Go up and then see if you can, arms reach overhead. Hold there for 10. Your hips are up. 9, 8. Hi, Polly. We're doing some bridging. 7, 6, 5, 4. Yep, lift your hips. 3, 2. Now we can take a little pulse. So lift your hips up 10 little times at the top. 10, 9. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now tap the knees towards each other. Keep the knees together and do 10 little pulses here. 6, 7, 8, 9. And then open the knees just a little wider than your heels and do 10 little pulses here. 4, 3. Now let your knees be in neutral and curl your spine down. Now let the feet be on an imaginary table. Let your fingertips come behind your head and add on a rotation. When you add the upper body rotation, your leg is going to stretch out away from your hips. So it's like you're doing a little piston move or a bicycle with your legs, and you're doing an abdominal crunch with your upper body. Now pull your toes back as if you're pushing the heel to the wall in front of you. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Rest your head, lift up your legs, and put your hands beside your pelvis. Now draw a circle on the ceiling, and then when you get to vertical, go the other way. Now go to vertical and go the other way. Your ribs are down on the mat. And if that is too hard to keep your ribs down, you could put a pillow under your head and head or shoulders to help you. You can also modify this by bending the knees a little or a lot. Make it harder by straightening it. Neck is soft. 4 more. 3 more. 2. 1. And then take a right ankle to left thigh hip opener. Reach your hand through the window and clasp your fingers and just take a little a warm-up stretch. So you might do a little moving right and left. You may do a little pointing and flexing or ankle rolls. Just get some blood flow in that hip. And we'll take 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now take your other ankle to thigh. Reach your hands through, clasp, and if you need to add a little bit of a rock, you can. Another option is to move your ankles, toes. Get some circulation in there. Breathe. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Take another inhale, stretch the right leg up, and then stretch the left leg up, and switch places with your legs. One leg is in close, one leg is low. Now you can add on a lift of your shoulder blades to make it more abdominals. Pull the closer leg in for a bit more stretch. Pull your toes towards your shin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now turn sideways and put your arm underneath your ear. Put both feet on top and open up this leg. This is a clamshell. Now pretend there's a wall behind your pelvis, not letting you roll back. It's keeping you stacked. 4, 5, you're opening up that knee. Don't worry if it doesn't feel like it's going that far. 6, 7, but you want to feel that in the external rotators. 8, it's just a little bit more of a therapeutic exercise. And then take 10 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, right there should be feeling it, 19. Now leave that leg in front, but take the bottom leg low and lift up the bottom leg and point it. 10 times pointing up. The waist can pull in a little. This leg's not helping. Neck is soft. Now pull your toes back and lift up 10 times. Let's turn to the other one. So take your arm underneath your ear and take, you remember how we started, which was the clam. Now this doesn't have to be very big feeling. Your toes are on each other, your feet are on each other. Your pillow might be underneath your head for support, or your arm. And just open that up without moving your pelvis. There's an imaginary wall behind your hips. Now take 10 more. Right in here should feel it. Those external rotators, good. Everybody looks good. 16, 17, 18, 19. Now that leg is going to be ahead of the other. Take your bottom leg and point and lift it up. Now pull your toes back and do 10 lifts. Nice job. And now go to your belly. I'm going to remove my sweatshirt, but go to your belly. Take your hands underneath your forehead, and you're going to be like you're swimming laps, and you're just flutter kicking your legs vertically up and down. You got it. That looks good. Good, Catherine. And right and left, and right and left. Neck is soft. 10, 5, 2. Now relax, and then you're going to lift up both feet and tap the feet together while they're in the air, and that's hamstrings, glutes, and inner thighs 20 times. 10 more times. 5. Now rest your legs and take your hands on the floor, either with your forearms or your hands. You're going to do an extension, a swan. Now send the shoulder blades down the back. Neck is soft. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then lower. Now take your right leg up and then lower it, and then take your left leg up. Now take your right leg up and then your left leg. Your right leg and your left leg. We're going to add on swimming, right arm and left leg, then lower left arm and right leg, right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. Breathing. And if you need to make it harder, all the limbs come off the floor and you continue lifting those opposite limbs. Neck is soft. Inhale and let your feet rest and take one more Sphinx or Swan. Shoulder blades are down the back. 10, 9, yep, 8. There you go, good play. 7, 6, neck is soft. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now either a child or a puppy pose. Puppy pose is with your hips in the air. Child's pose is with your hips back, either one. 5, 4, I'll show puppy this time. 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to take a plank. So let your elbows be underneath your shoulders, energize your toes, energize your legs, and hold a front plank. The modification would be that your knees are on the mat. And when I say knees, I mean the flesh above your knees, not the patella. So hold for 10, 5, 3, 2. Now we're going to turn sideways and take a side plank. Lift up and hold. 10, 9, 8. There you go. The feet. With the socks on, it's easier to slide. 5, 4, 3, 2. Lower that. We're going to do the other side. Side plank. 10, belly in. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to take a set of push-ups, but you can do them all fours, or you can do them on the wall, or you can do them with the knees back a little bit. And take a set that works for you. We want to strengthen the triceps. We're going to also be strengthening the abs. They're stabilizing our back so it doesn't sag towards the wall or the floor. Breathe in. Your head might be tempted to droop, but you're going to keep it pulling back like there's a pole on your back that your head is touching. So what I see looks good. Good, Paula, good, Michelle, good. Karen, good. About 5 more depending on where you are on your count. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to show a stretch for the interlace finger position. Go up in your arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then come back to your forearm plank. So when you're ready, Catherine, go down to your elbow down plank. Now when you're in this forearm plank, I'm going to show you how you can hinge at the hips and shift into a dolphin, which is an upside down V. Shift back into plank and make sure your pubic bone's pulling up to your navel so your abs are helping your back. Lift up your hips. Shift by hinging at your pelvis. Lift up. Back down. Lift up. And back down. And 5. And back down. 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now pelvis down, Sphinx or hands Cobra, which is Swan. Neck is soft. Gently, while you're holding everything the same, drop your chin so you stretch your neck a little. Lift your chin again and look over your shoulder so you stretch a little right. Go forward and then look left. Go forward. Now lower your torso, but then lift both legs. Lower your legs and lift your torso. And then lower your torso and lift your legs. Lower your legs and lift your torso. And lower, lift your legs, Lift your torso, legs, torso, legs. This is a dynamic swan. Hold the torso up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now once your belly's down, take your hands at your pelvis and lift up everything. Upper back, arms, and legs. Breathe. Now interlace your fingers and go up. Breathe. Relax and do it one more time. Go up. Breathe. And then take a child or a puppy dog pose. Your choice. The other option is to pull your toes under and get a good foot stretch here. 5, nice, Karen. 4, yep, there you go. See if that feels amazing. 3, 2, and then I'm going to offer that if you need a sip, grab it. We're going to come back and do down dog, up dog articulations. The option could be that you do the forearm hinges again or cat cow. So if you are taking cat cow, it would be hands and knees. But if you're taking down dog, you're lifting up your heels. You articulate through your low back, middle back, upper back. Strong arms, and then tuck your chin. Lift. And tuck. And lift. And tuck. And up. And tuck. And 3 more. If you need to modify, you can do cat cow or you can do forearm hinge. 2. And 1. And then go to your shins, go to your forearms, hold the plank. And if you would like to add on, push forward with your toes and then drop back through your heels. It's like you're going through a hollow tube 10 times. Neck is soft. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then side plank and let your hand be a pillow. Sorry, not a pillow. Let your hand be a triangle. Come up. Now rotate with your hand on your head, kind of like you're making a triangle with your arm. Your pelvis will stay stable. Your legs won't drop either. 7, 8, 9, 10, and we are going to do the other side. Your hand is like a triangle. You're going to exhale and rotate and open and rotate and open. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice job. Now for a moment, have a seat. Your legs can be in front, but you can also sit on a pillow if you need. Go up and over and up and over. Now how low you go is up to you. Just want to feel good in that stretch. Opposite pelvis to the floor. Breathe into the rib cage that's exposed to the sky. Shoulder, chest, intercostals are the muscles between the ribs, low back, all getting stretched. Let's hold this one. Hold, and any kind of rotation you're craving, go for it. That gets different fibers of the shoulder. Breathe. Stretch. Good, Michelle. Come on up and over. So your elbow or your hand could help you out. Breathe. Did you notice one side was tighter? Sometimes you can feel it in the stretch, and you don't know it until you get into a stretch. Inhale. And then come back up. Now this one is reverse plank or reverse table. And if that doesn't serve you, you could always do another stretch, maybe the bound angle. But table would be like this. Plank would be like this. You choose. 10. What works for you? 9. 8. Good. There you go. Good. 7. Knees are soft. 6. 5. 4. 3. Good. 2. I like it. Now rest your booty and take your one arm forward and pull your fingers down, but drop your shoulders. 5. Drop your shoulders down your back and try the other hand down. And switch it up. Nice. And then open up your arms like T. It's rotation and then rotation. And rotation, upper back. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold this one side. We are going to do this for 10. Upper back rotation, 9, 8, 9. Open up and add a rotation. Now, if you would like, lift up your feet and try to balance, and that may be enough. If you would like, open up into a big V. 10, 9, 8, good. 7, 6, 5, 4, great. 3. Now a challenge would be in and out 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and then hold the feet together. 5, 4, 3, good. 2 and 1. Nice job. Now you can take either a stretch with bound angled, or you can do 10 triceps, which looks like this. You bend your knees, you bend your elbows, and then you straighten your elbows and lift your hips. You choose. Bend. 2, bend. 3, bend. 4, lift the hips. 5, good. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then we're going to do another arm stretch. Take your arms out like you're a big T. Pull your fingers under and then pull them back like out behind you, pulling your wrist. Make sure you don't poke your head forward, but just your arms come back. Breathe. Now palms together, pull down until the hands separate. There's a stretch, but you want to keep your shoulders open and down the back. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. And then the feet come in front of you on the mat. Now try to take about 20 counts to come down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze the knees together. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now one big full body stretch. And then we're going to add our hands behind our head. Slide the legs up. Now one leg's up and one leg's low. You're going to rotate with your scissor legs. Your left shoulder heads towards your right long leg. Your right shoulder heads towards your lifted left leg. Rotate. Lift the shoulder blades. Pull the belly in. Now pull your toes back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Recover for a moment. Lift up your left leg and take your right leg in the air and draw circles. Let's just take 8 each way. The ribs are down. Eight the other way. Now, before we add on, hug that leg in, and you can point and flex your foot so you've got this little ankle movement. You can circle the ankle, and you can circle it the other way. And then that leg comes down. Now the other leg comes up and circle. The leg circles 8 one way, ribs are down. Breathing. Go the other way, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now hug that leg in, and you can move that ankle. You can point and flex. You can draw some circles. And both feet down on the floor eventually, and lift up your hips. Now we're going to lift up the right leg and drop your hips down and up 10 times. Now the right foot is going to go on the floor, and we're going to lift up the left leg and do single bridges up and down. Girl. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're going to put the legs into our belly, hands on the shins, lift up your shoulder blades and stretch, and then hug, and stretch out and hug. Now your legs and your arms are going away from each other. If it's too hard to do that, go more vertical in your arms and your legs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now one leg up, one leg hovers, and you're going to hold this ab crunch. Now if it's too hard, put your hand behind your head and hold 10. Now the other hand goes up to your leg, one leg hovers. If you need an assist, your hand goes behind your head. 10. And hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good, Catherine. And 1. Now take a breath. Left leg long, right knee over. Take a twist or a rotational stretch. Take a moment to stretch out your hip, your low back, your upper back, your chest, and your shoulders. Breathing, stretching, opening. 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we are going to go to the other side. So take your right leg long, or whichever one you didn't do just then. Left leg over. The right hand acts like a paperweight for that knee. The left arm goes out, and you can look that way. You take it over and stretch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale, and then bring it back. Now see if you can realign your spine and put your feet in the air. See if you can bicycle, and if you feel that, great, if you feel enough. But if you need a little further, a little harder, put the feet a little further from you. Now you could bicycle up to your shoulder blades come off the mat, or you could bicycle up to your pelvis. So find what works for you. 3, you can make it harder by crossing your arms. 4, you can make it easier by moving your arms. You can also just stay down with the shoulder blades only coming up. Try 3 more, 2 more, and then 1 more and have a seat. Put your feet out a little bit wider than your shoulders, and this is called the saw. We go out with our arms, rotate first, and then saw off your pinky toe with your pinky on your hand. Come up, rotate, rotate until you can't go anymore, and then saw off your toe. Up, rotate. You want to feel a stretch. You want to feel that your hips are stable. So when you do this, one foot does not slide past the other. It stays stable. Your hips do. Pretend like someone's pulling your back arm as well. Rotate. Try to stretch as much as you can before you forward fold. Rotate. Try to stretch as much as you can before you forward fold. 1 more. Now hover your feet above the floor and balance. Now that could be your pose when you reach your hands out. This is a teaser. Or extend and hold, your choice. So the one earlier we did about 10 minutes ago, you were holding on to your feet. This one you're not. 7, 6, 5, 4. Good, that's it. I like the knee bend. 3, 2, and then recover. All right, grab a sip if you need it. We're gonna go back and do some plank variations. And elbows. All right, with your elbows, try a flamingo, which means your right knee comes underneath you. That is okay if your hips are a little bit high on this because it's hard to make all the room, but just do your best you can. Right knee underneath you. Flamingo, 8, 5, and then put that foot back and pull your left knee underneath you. 8, 5. Put that foot back, pull your right knee to your left elbow for 8, diagonal flamingo. Put your right foot back and put your left knee towards your right elbow for 8. Now, lower for a minute, child pose or puppy dog, 5. Now, go to a side plank. Let your hand go to your hip and paint a rainbow 8 times. You want to build side strength, obliques, your arm strength. Your hip is abducting as well. You're lifting it up. Try not to rest the hip in between. Now we're going to take it to the other side. Take your forearm down and take 8 rainbow paints. Paint the rainbow. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. And then hands and knees. Take a cat and a cow. Round and lift and round and lift. Now, if you want, curl your toes, lift your knees, and do cat-cow without your knees touching 10 times. And then let your hands and knees down. Now, reach your right arm and your left leg out, but if you can, don't touch the toes of either foot. Pull your knee underneath to your elbow and then extend 8 times. If you need to modify, touch those right toes down. You'll feel some balance work helping. Abs and these muscles called multifidus. So I'm going to turn to you on the other one. Take the other arm and the other leg. Pull under and extend. Pull under and extend. Inhale, exhale, and 6, and 7, and 8. Nice job. And then come back to the good old forearm plank. We're going to add on. Imagine that you have water underneath your hips and you're going to dip your left hip in the water by rotating. Dip your right hip by rotating down a little, left, right, left, right, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then take a moment to do side plank. Now the top arm is going to be getting a range of motion exercise, so if you're near a wall like me, just get away. And then your arm is going to do these big circles, 5 each way, but the torso and the legs stay the same. 5 each way. How big can you make the circle? Make sure it's pain-free. Now we're going to do the other side and make it really a good mobility, flexibility for your arm, but your torso stays stable. It's still building strength and endurance. Big 5 circles one way. And it's a huge circle, so it's kind of going behind you, down towards the floor, up and around. It's multiplanar. 2. I like it. And then let your pelvis rest. And take your legs out. Now inhale and exhale, hinge. We're going to sneak in an inner thigh stretch. The modification would be to put a pillow underneath or a folded blanket underneath your hips. Relax your knees. And then come back up and go to your shins. I call it high kneel. Take out your leg. Put your fingertips near your temples. And go down away from that leg and then come back up. Down away from that leg and come back up. 4, 5, 6. See if you can feel some abs. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now what you can do is add a rotation. So rotate towards that leg, rotate towards that leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. 8. If you're not sure, put your hand there. That'll help those abs fire. Now take the other shin down and take the other leg out. Now go away from the leg that is stretched out 10 times like you're in a toaster slot, facing forward the whole time for these 10. Wrists are soft. No reason to have any extra tension in your body, just the abs. Now we are going to add on a rotation. So you're going to dip and turn, dip and turn, dip, turn. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job. Hands down, knees down. Reach your right hand to your left foot if you can. Now, if it doesn't work out, just stretch. But if you can, reach your hand to your foot or ankle. That hand comes down. Now the other hand to that foot. Go up and stretch. And then relax. Now go to forearms and go up into an upside down V. So it's kind of like you're a dolphin again for a moment. Now if you'd like to add on, lift your right leg towards the sky for 5. Put your right foot down and lift up your left leg and hold it for 5. And then put that foot down. Now walk your feet back a little. Lift up your right leg to the sky. And then bend your right knee underneath you like a flamingo and drop towards plank. And then lift your right leg up towards the sky. Then bend your right knee underneath you like plank flamingo. And then lift your right leg up to the sky. pull your right knee underneath you. Put your right foot down. From dolphin, lift up your left leg towards the sky. Pull your left knee underneath you like a flamingo. Lift your left leg up to the sky. Pull your left knee underneath you, flamingo. Lift your left leg. Pull your left knee underneath you. Left foot down. Walk your feet back. Pelvis down. Forearms down. Or swan. So you can do Sphinx or you can do swan, or if you need to stay in child pose, you can do that. Breathe. Posture. And then lower. Now this is called breaststroke. Make sure you have enough room around you to be a circle with your arms. Lift up your back every time, just like you were swimming. And go up, and go up, and go up. 5 more. And then hold your feet, and then lift up. Now, if you cannot grab your feet, you can hold on to your interlaced fingers and do this, or do 1 foot at a time. If you want, Polly, you can do this one, and your legs can be long if you want. Yeah. All right. Either do the other foot or do a second set of bow and lift, or interlace your fingers and lift. Good. 5, 4, and 1. Nice job. And then let's take our feet in front. Grab a sip if you need. We're going to do a little rolling back. Can you roll back and make it a little bit right? I'm going to show modified. And then a little bit left. If that went okay, a little bit more. If that is going okay, you may have to lengthen your knees a little bit to make up for the fact that your body weight's getting ready to be further back. And see if you can take 4 more. 1, good, that looks really good. 3, 2, 1, and then go back, but take 10 seconds. 10, 8, 5, 2. Now a big full body stretch. Take your hands to the floor, slide your feet up. Either do normal bridges, or if you can, lift up your heels and then try to go up and down with your heels in the air. Lower your feet and add on if you can. Right leg is going to do leg pulls, point up. Now the whole time your hips are off the floor if you can. Really point and flex that foot. I think I mentioned to you how some more studies came through with the importance of dorsiflexion in back care. So let the foot down. So your dorsiflexion is when you pull your toes towards your shin. So that flexibility is really important for back care. So really point and flex your foot. Also, this is good for nerve flossing. 8. Now left foot down and lift up your right leg and try to do 10 baby pulses, maybe 1 inch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now put your right foot down and realign your spine and your hips, and then try to do 10 baby pulses. 2, 3, good. 4, 5, 6. And then just lower your hips. Can you take happy baby, a hand to each foot or thigh or whatever you can do? 5. Now hands towards the feet and your knees go wide like you're a little butterfly. You can reach your hands between, yep. And take your right leg up and take your left leg down and do a stretch with your hamstring, but point and flex your foot while you do it. So right leg up, left leg down, and now add circles with that ankle in the air, and add circles with that ankle in the air. Just for a moment, take that leg across the midline and pull your toes back and see if you feel that outer hamstring. 10. Take your other leg up and take a hamstring stretch, but point and flex that foot 10 times. Even stretch through the toes. Your hands can be behind your thigh. Now add circles. And add circles. Pull your toes back. Now can you cross the midline for that outer hamstring? All right, hug your legs for a moment and just rock. We're going to do one called climb a tree, but I want to give you some options. The first one is the left foot can be down, the right leg can be out, and you can do a little ab crunch. But if you think you'd like to add on, walk up, a little stretch, and then walk down. Just 5 if you're going up and down. Now if you're going to do just the shoulder blade lift, you might like about 8 crunches to make up for that time. That a girl. Now, there's no wrong answer except for just follow what you need to do. And then the other leg, you might do an ab crunch or you might climb a tree. And then both legs in, you could come up and do teaser. If not, just do 5 ab crunches. Woo! Now a full body stretch. Take your arms long, shift through your arms, shift through your legs. We're going to do a stretch called Tinkerbell. So let your feet be wider than your mat. Drop your inner right knee down, and that may be enough, or pick up your left ankle. And I like arms up for sure on this to increase that stretch in the back. Woo! Breathe low in the diaphragm. All right, now we're going to let your other foot go wide and drop that knee down, pick up your other, and then maybe add that as a weight. If that's too much, then don't put your foot on top of it, your ankle on top of the knee. Arms up. And then we are going to take a quad stretch. So let me show you a couple ways. One is you can do it on your foam roller or you can do it on your side. You hold on to your foot and you pull your ribs down and you pull your pubic bone up. There you go. The other is you do this lying on your back or on your foam roller. How about that other side? Hold on to your foot. You can roll on your other side. The other way is that you could be on your back on a foam roller and pull your ribs down or pull your pubic bone up. Breathe low. There you go. And then take a moment to put legs up on the wall. You could also put them in Shavasana if you prefer, or you can put them on a couch, but we're going to take a moment to put them in a place that serves you. And then rest your mind and just let the focus be on your inside. You're breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in wellness. Exhale, releasing tension. Breathing in. We're just going to take a moment to release the fingers and the toes and to come up towards a seated position. When you're here, gently take your hands in the rack posture, and the hands are behind you, and you just bend your elbows a little and you lift your heart. Breathe in wellness and release out tension. Nice. That's great. Take a moment to come into another seated position. Drop the chin towards the chest on a diagonal, and if you need to add on more, drop your opposite arm away, or add on your hand pulling down. You might even be able to take ear to shoulder, side stretch. Gently take the other side like you're smelling a flower on your collar. Reach the right arm down, drop the shoulders. Good. I like it. Keep reaching with your arm. Ear to shoulder on the side. That looked great, guys. And just kind of give yourself some right and left motion. Shoulder roll, and it's like you're just giving some attention and care to the shoulders of the neck. When you're ready, just take a moment to put a hand on the heart and a hand over that heart hand. And we're going to breathe in an intention of wellness. Body wisdom is always working for you. Your cells are always giving you signals about what's good for you. And just by asking that question, is this good for me? Before you do something, or asking yourselves, what do I need right now? Just begin to feel that peace that always wants to be there, and that high sense of wellness that wants to be there. Your body always gives you signals of what it needs. So we just learn to go to it first before we go to external sources. And keep that intention of wellness and peace with you as long as you'd like today. That you're going to care for your body, and in turn your body will care for you. Whenever you're ready, come back into the room, and with so much care and appreciation, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.